Oh hey friends, I'm back on your screens again so soon with another DFYNE try on haul. And I was not lying when I said that DFYNE took a month off to restock, recoup and prepare for all of the new drops that are going to be coming out over these next few months. You guys are not ready. And today I'm introducing you to a brand new collection from everybody's favorite range, and that is of course Impact. And I think that this is the perfect summer drop. If you are somebody who likes to experiment with loud colors, if you are a bright gym wear babe, if you want to have a bit of fun in your gym wardrobe, then this collection has got you. And I'm super excited to try everything on today because this is a first try on, first reaction from me, because I have not worn any of these clothes yet. A few things before I get into the main try on of this video. First thing I wanted to quickly mention is that I am still running my June DFYNE and EHP Labs giveaway. So if you use either my DFYNE or EHP Labs code, which I'll put on the screen now, all you have to do is send me a screenshot of your order confirmation with my code and I'll enter you into my giveaway. I'm giving away 2 parcels full of goodies. One is going to be consisting of size small DFYNE clothes and some EHP stuff, and one is going to be consisting of size medium clothes and some EHP stuff. And if you guys want to see a sneak peek of some of the clothes that you're going to be winning, which mostly will be Impact, then watch my previous video because I showed a little sneak peek there. Second thing that I'm sure a lot of you want to know is the details of this drop. So it is launching on Thursday the 26th of June at 4 p.m. BST. I'll put all the other time zones up on the screen, and if you do choose to buy anything from this drop, then please use my code AIMSGAINS. It will get you 10% off. It will also enter you into my giveaway, and you'll also be supporting me in the process. So yeah, this collection is launching in 4 brand new Impact shades. I'm not actually sure yet whether or not they are limited edition colors. If I find that out before this video goes live, then I'll let you guys know. But I'm already wearing the first color of this drop, so let's get up and do a proper try on so I can talk you through it. I'm already wearing the first color of this collection. It is in the shade Ultraviolet, which I cannot hear that word without thinking about the film Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging. If you're a UK girly, then I feel like you know, because that film literally shaped all of our childhoods. It is the perfect name for this color. It's literally like a true bright purple shade. I literally went downstairs before this to make a glass of water, and both my mum and my brother separately complimented me on this outfit, so it must be nice. Let me talk you through all of the pieces that are dropping in this collection. So right now I am wearing the long line strappy top, and I'm also wearing the leggings. It is also dropping in the strappy bra, the backless bandeau, and the 4.5 inch shorts, which obviously I will show you guys all of the pieces as this video goes on. But to talk a bit more about the ones that I'm wearing, so I'm wearing a size small in the long line strappy top, and I just think this top is so flattering, you guys. Like, it's honestly one of my favorite tops that DFYNE do. It makes your boobs look so good. And might I just add, by the way, I feel like a few people don't know this about me, but I do have a boob job, and I have a video way back when on my channel from when I did a vlog of it. So if you want to go watch it after this, go ahead. I think it's literally like 5 years old at this point, but I know what it feels like to not be blessed in this area, okay? And I feel like even if you're not, this top is the type of top that's flattering on anybody, because there's padding in the bra, which I actually don't remove because I feel like it does give you a really nice lift. There's also a built-in bra underneath, so there's elastic that goes under the boobs which holds them up and just gives you a nicer shape, and then plus with the halter that goes around the back of your neck, it lifts them. So I feel like with all of those 3 things combined, it allows for your boobs to just look a really nice shape, and I feel like even for my itty bitty girls, it's flattering. I wouldn't describe this as high support, but it definitely feels more supportive than some of the sports bras that DFYNE do. It's probably like a medium support top, and I just love the vibe of it. I feel like I'm being a mature babe when I choose to wear a long line top to the gym instead of a sports bra. I don't know if you guys have seen this thing that's going around right now where people are like, I feel too grown to wear my crop tops, I'm chucking all my crop tops out. When I wear a long line top to the gym, I'm in a mature mood. As for the leggings, we might as well start with what they look like from the back, because that is the most important thing when it comes to buying a pair of gym leggings. You obviously just cannot go wrong with Impact. Like, the contouring, the shaping, the lift, everything that Impact does for you is unbeaten. Like, I just think you can't get better than Impact. And I actually for once have decided to size down to a size small in my Impact leggings, and I think it actually makes my glutes pop more than a size medium because the compression is tighter underneath the glutes, obviously the smaller size that you have. I kind of always come on here and say that size medium is my true size in between small and medium, which I genuinely still believe that it is, but I feel like I am leaning a bit more towards a small these days, mostly because DFYNE have like reworked their sizing a lot over the past few months, and I think that Impact doesn't necessarily fit as tight as what it did when it first dropped. Also, obviously you have to bear in mind certain colors fit tighter than others as well. The biggest complaints that Impact have ever gotten is that everybody has to size up by like 2 sizes because the compression is so tight and it doesn't fit properly, but now I do feel like it's more true to size if you're comfortable with a compressive fit. Also, since I probably first started working with DFYNE, DFYNE, I've probably dropped about 4 kg. So I think because of that, it's allowed the size to fit me a little bit better. With that being said though, I'm very much in between sizes. I know that I could try a medium on right now and it would feel fine. I do feel like there'd probably be a bit of extra material in certain areas where I wouldn't want them to be, whereas a small just fits me like a glove. This is a second outfit in this color, and can I just start by saying how happy I am to be putting on shorts and a sports bra, bro. It's 34 degrees in London right now, and when I took that outfit off, it was wet with sweat because of how hot I am. Like, I actually cannot deal. So this is my kind of outfit for this kind of weather. This is my gym bikini. If you guys have seen that TikTok trend, another trend that's been going around of men saying that women wear outfits that are too revealing for the gym and it's casting too much attention on them and they can't stop staring, which what I have to say to that is you're a pervert. And also men train topless, so how about we talk about that? Speaking of gym bikinis, I do actually take the padding out of this bra because I feel like it fits me better. It kind of fits a bit more flat to my skin. I think this is the only thing in this whole collection that I sized up to a medium in, and that's just because when I do wear a small, it just cuts off in an awkward place and gives me a bit of under boobage, and that is taking it a bit too far with the gym bikinis. This obviously is an extremely low support sports bra, not necessarily BTC friendly. This is what the sports bra looks like from the back, so it is literally just one strap across the back, but I think it's so perfect for back day and back gains. Can we just talk about the lift that these shorts are giving me? Like, this is what I love about size small, because I feel like they actually flatter my glutes way more because of the compression. I don't know what took me so long to make the change to a small over a medium. These are just insane. Like, impact shorts, the goat of all shorts. Like, I see why everybody tries to dupe them. I see the TikTok shop dupes. But guys, I'm gonna be so real with you, nothing is beating the original. So if the minimal sports bra is too much for you and that's not something that you would typically reach for, this collection is also dropping in another sports bra, which is the bandeau. I love this. It is literally the most supportive bandeau that I've ever worn to the gym. Like, I don't feel like this is going anywhere. So I did stick to a size small in this bandeau and it fits me really, really well. I did see a few of the other girlies saying when it first dropped in the new impact colors back in April that it did feel like it was a bit on the bigger side. I don't feel like that, but again, like, I obviously do have to size up to a medium in some pieces, so maybe it's because I'm between sizes, it fits me really well. If you are between sizes, then I will probably say size down, because especially with a bandeau, you don't want it to feel like it's going anywhere. You want it to feel very secure, and this sports bra definitely does that because the straps around the top and the bottom of the bra are very tight, as well as the ones that go across the back. They are not really a stretchy material. They are quite tight and quite secure. Oh my god, my back is literally dripping in sweat already. I just love this bra. I think it's such a fun way to switch up a gym outfit. This isn't necessarily like the typical type of sports bra that people wear to the gym. It's something different. The closest thing that I could find in my gym wardrobe to Ultraviolet is marine blue, which was released in one of DFYNE's most recent dynamic drops, and it is like probably a few shades lighter than Ultraviolet, but it's very similar in the sense that it's kind of like a purpley blue color. I think I will probably get more wear out of Ultraviolet though, because I prefer the fit of impact. The second one I thought I would show you is electric blue. It's definitely like not similar. You can very much tell on camera that it pulls obviously a lot more blue, and it just kind of proves that Ultraviolet is much more of a purple shade. They will probably look quite good together actually. Now for color combos, I think every purple shade goes really well with lavender. This is like a really light purple color, which again, I think is one of those shades that I've heard is being discontinued, guys. We need to start a petition to bring back these shades because I genuinely think that lavender is one of the most flattering impact shades that are out there. I also think ice blue would look super cute with Ultraviolet because they're kind of like from that cool tone blue color family. And then something about pistachio was calling my name as a color combo because I think nothing really beats that purple and green combo. For the next color reveal, I'm wearing the shade Neon Lime. You literally could not miss me walking down the street in this outfit. This is crazy bright, and I'm just gonna say it's probably not the type of color that I would personally reach for, but it's weird because as soon as I put it on, it actually first of all makes me look so fucking tanned, and also I think it actually is in my color palette, you guys. I don't feel awful with this color on, but I do actually feel really good in it. And you know what, it gives me the vibes of like 2014 gym influencer era, because if you were around on the internet back then, if you were following fitness influencers, I'm pretty sure Tammy Hembro had just come on the scene, it was Katia Henry, like all of those girlies, these were the types of colors that they were wearing. Like, this is like the OG. It's just giving throwback, and I think it's so in because 2013 2014 aesthetic is coming back. Like, I see you girlies wearing your gladiator heels, I see you in your bandage dresses. This is like the gym version of 2014 aesthetic, and even though it's not my vibe, I'm actually so here for it. And if you are brave enough to wear a color like this, I actually think it looks so good. I think the leggings are actually really flattering. I guess, I mean, when are they not? The material of them is super thick, super high quality, nothing like what I would have been wearing back in 2014 if I had a brightly colored gym outfit. I have actually just had to turn my Dyson on, by the way, because I'm actually unbearably hot right now. I can't. This is what Neon Lime looks like in the bandeau. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I do actually keep the pads in this as well, just because I feel like it gives it that little bit more structure. It kind of holds the shape of the bra, which is quite like a thick bra. If I fully kind of pull it down, you can see it has quite a lot of width to it. In comparison to the DFYNE bralette bandeaus, they are literally like half the size of material compared to the Impact ones. And one of my like main kind of critiques of the DFYNE ones is that they feel like on the edge for me. It fits my width around my chest, but lengthwise, I do feel like the DFYNE ones could be a bit longer. I think DFYNE needs to take notes from Impact, because the Impact bandeau is like the perfect bandeau for me. Here's what Neon Lime looks like with the long line strappy top and the 4.5-inch shorts. If maybe the strappy bra and the shorts are too much of a revealing combo for you, then you might find this one a little bit more modest. I feel like me actually calling this outfit modest is disrespectful. This is not a modest outfit, but it's at least covering like your stomach area. It kind of always feel like when I wear this combo, the long line top and the shorts, that I'm wearing like a jumpsuit, because it's kind of like a seamless fit. I do feel like this, to me, feels a bit more wearable than the leggings, because the leggings are just long and loud. There's a lot of bright material when you wear those, but this kind of tones it down just that little bit. I really do kind of wish though that they released this collection in the 6.5-inch shorts, because that is literally like my bag. I love those shorts so much. Okay, so I just watched the try and haul clips back of this color, and because it's so neon and so bright, it is kind of washing out a bit on camera. I think right now, as I'm sitting here, this is a bit more of a true reflection of the shade, but in person, it's slightly darker and pulls, I would say, slightly more green. As for color comparisons, there are two shades that have pretty similar names to Neon Lime. So there's Neon Yellow, which I actually currently don't have. I did try to order some in for this video, but it hasn't arrived in time, so I will just put a screenshot of the shade up on screen. I have seen it in person before though, and Neon Yellow is more of like a true yellow shade, just a very bright version of a true yellow color. The other shade that comes to mind is Lemon Lime. I get confused because it's like they're all so similar. There's Neon Yellow, Lemon Lime, and Neon Lime. So this is Lemon Lime, and this is part of the Dynamic collection that they released. It's from the same one that Marine Blue was from. And this is more of like a pastel bright yellow. It's so bright that it's actually washing out on camera. But this is, you can see as I'm holding it up now, that this pulls a bit more green. And this is just like a very light, bright pastel yellow. But there's nothing that actually does compare to this shade. So if you do like to wear bright colors, this is definitely a unique shade for DFYNE. Color combos that came to mind, first of all, was Luna Rock, because I thought if you want to tone down the loudness a little bit and pair it with something a bit more neutral, then I think the shades and tones of Luna Rock would actually go with Neon Lime really well. And then I also thought either Pistachio or Meadow from the DFYNE collection, because they're both like green shades that would tie in with the green of the neon. Meet the third color of this drop. She is called Bright Fuchsia, and she is a bright, loud pink. Again, probably not something I would reach for. I wouldn't really describe this to be within my taste. I do feel, however, that it is a lot more wearable than the Neon Lime. And even though it's not something that I'm like, oh my god, like I'm obsessed with this color, I love it, I have to admit that it looks good. It's a really nice shade of pink. I did notice straight away when I tried this color on though, that it is stretchier than the other two colors that I tried. And that does happen with certain DFYNE stuff, just because of the way that the dye reacts to the material. So I noticed this with Blossom as well, that it actually did come up a lot stretchier than the other Impact colors. So maybe it's a pink thing, but that is something to note if you do pick up this shade. This is what Bright Fuchsia is giving from the back. Just like a super loud, bright Barbie pink. The more I have it on, the more I'm warming towards it. It does just feel a lot with the leggings on, so let's try on the shorts. Okay, so here we have Bright Fuchsia in at the 4.5 shorts and the strappy sports bra, and this to me is just a much more wearable combo. I like her. And then this is Bright Fuchsia in at the long line. My other favorite thing about the long lines, apart from the boobage, is the back, because they cut off like kind of just above the mid back, so it's actually such a Gains top. For comparisons, you guys know I had to whip out the Blossom, because this is the only shade that is somewhat similar. Blossom is kind of like a more muted version of Bright Fuchsia, I would say. Blossom is not neon, whereas Bright Fuchsia is. And again, like because it's such a bright color and because it's sunny outside, bright fuchsia is not picking up as bright as what she is in person, guys. So see what you're seeing right now and imagine something a bit deeper and a bit more neon. I still think these would make a good color combo though. That is the only comparison. For my other combos, you guys know, like, so of course light rose pink coral, because it's like a bright pinky orange, would slay just as hard. This is the fourth and final shade of the new Impact collection, and finally guys, we are steering away from the neon colors. I think the design team was like, I think it would be a bit too much if we gave them 4 bright neon shades in one collection. So this is a cute little neutral color. This is called Silver. In my opinion, I don't think it picks up that silver. I think this is a very, very pale grey blue. I know it's hard to replicate silver in clothing without making it metallic, but I do feel like for it to be more silver, in my opinion, it would have to pull a bit more grey. I think it is kind of one of those colors that pulls differently in different lights. It's a really nice color though. I like it. This is my comfort zone. This is what I feel comfortable wearing. Ultraviolet is probably my fave. This comes second best only because I have colors that look like this in my collection, whereas ultraviolet is like quite different and unique. I also think silver is probably the most flattering on the glutes of all 4 colors. And I also think the material is a bit stretchier too. So in my opinion, it kind of feels a bit more similar to bright fuchsia as opposed to neon lime and ultraviolet. And it kind of reminds me, like, the way the material feels and fits quite similarly to Lunar Rock. And that was one of those colors that from the jump, I always felt like I was a size small in because it had a bit more room to it. Now just to show you guys the last few pieces of this color in this collection, I'm wearing the silver leggings and the silver strappy sports bra. And then this is the silver long line strappy top. Before I get into color combos and comparisons, I just wanted to show you some of the details of the pieces up close, and I've chosen ultraviolet to do that, which, can I just say, like, ultraviolet and silver, such a slay color combo. If you are thinking to get a few different colors from this collection and you want to get the most wear out of the pieces, I would always advise to choose colors that go well together. Here is what the bandeau looks like up close. You have the DFYNE logo in the center on the middle. On the inside, we have the Let Nobody Define You. There is also some contouring under the boobs as well, on the sides of the straps, and then you also do have the option to remove the padding from this bra if you want to. It is a strappy sports bra. I've obviously already moved the pads from these, so this is what it looks like with nothing inside. The logo appears on the left hand side on the bottom, and then on the inside there is the Let Nobody Define You slogan. Here's what the long line strappy top looks like. So there is the DFYNE logo only on the back in the center. There's nothing on the front of this one. As you can see, there's like ruching and shaping around the boobs, which again is one of the reasons why I feel like it's so flattering. And then there's contouring that comes in on the sides of the waist, and then a few contour lines that go down the back. And as I'm showing you this as well, you can see the built-in bra, and this obviously comes with the padding, which is removable if you want, but I think keeping it in is the most flattering. Here are the 4.5-inch shorts. So as for the Impact waistband, it definitely sits more mid-waist. I like to kind of put it up so it falls like just under my belly button. It is actually longer in the center, and then the waistband gets a bit shorter at the side. So at its shortest point, I believe it's about 2.5 inches, and at its longest point, it's about 4. You have the logo on the left-hand side on the front, and also in the center on the back. And then as you can see, there is contouring and shaping, if it's picking up on camera, around the glute area, and then you have the scrunch in the center there. The leggings are exactly the same in terms of the logo placement and contouring around the glutes. The only difference is that the contouring goes all the way down the legs, and then they also just have this little cuff on the bottom. I actually didn't realize how many color comparisons there were for silver. The first one that instantly came to mind was ice blue, because like I said, I think silver picks up more blue, and holding these up in front of each other, like, honestly, they're like 1 shade apart. So if you already have ice blue, I wouldn't waste your money getting silver because they're so similar. Also, I think lavender is quite similar. It's just like the purple version of silver. And then bright lavender, because it's so similar to lavender, looks quite similar to silver. It's weird. I think bright lavender to me always picked up like a purpley blue. That's why it kind of looks the same. The color combo stack is kind of crazy because when you have a neutral color, I feel like everything goes with it. We're just gonna do a speed round of what I think looks best. We have Lunar Rock, Deep Sea, Slate Gray, Deep Indigo, Graphite, and Marine Blue. So I definitely think that silver is like the most versatile wearable shade of this new drop. And that is it, you guys. We have come to the end of the try on haul. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like the colors. I feel like don't let my opinion sway you if you're somebody who does like to rock a bright gym outfit. I guess maybe I was a bit harsh on the neons. They're still lovely colors, they're still super high quality, but just not necessarily to my personal taste. And that's why I feel like ultraviolet and silver are probably gonna go quite quickly. Remember to use code AIMSGAINS when this drops on the website. Also, if you do, then please enter my giveaway. It's a win-win. If you're gonna buy something anyway, you might as well win something for it. So just make sure you send me a screenshot of your order confirmation to my email and I will enter you. As always, any more questions questions you can leave down below, because I will be uploading this before the drop, so you get the chance to look through all the colours and decide which pieces you want to get. And I'm sure I'll see you in my next one. Bye!